Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be moving on, talking about a little bit more with subtracting integers, and we're going to be talking about distance on a number line, okay? So we're going to compare, we have two different people here who've done a bunch of problems, and we're going to use our counting up and counting down and all that kind of good stuff that we've been working on. So what is the distance between -4 and 5? So they're saying if I start at -4 and I go to 5, I want to know, well, how far away is that? So if I count my spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 spaces. Well, person B wants to know what's the difference between 5 and -4. So if I start at 5 and I go to -4, I'm still counting my spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one is also 9. All right, let's try the next one. I want to know between -5 and -3. So here's -5. Here's -3. So we're 1, 2 spaces away. So I want to know, is that the same if I have -3 and -5? Because it worked up here, but maybe that was just a special case. So if I have -3, -5, it's still 2 spaces. All right, well, let's see here. What do we think this means? So the distance between 7 and -1, so here's 7, here's -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, -1 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. So what this is showing us, all right, what did we talk about? We have to kind of go back and think between, well, what does it mean, the distance on a number line? And what are we talking about with the number of spaces? Well, this is an absolute value. So when we're talking about our distance on a number line, it's really the absolute value. So this problem, I'm going to show this one, could be written, this answer is the absolute value of 7 minus -1. So you would do the math, 7 minus -1, we know from before, would be 7 plus 1, which is how we got 8. Over here, again, if I do it in absolute value symbols, -1 minus 7. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about distance which way we subtract, because it's the absolute value. Here, right, doing my leave, change it to addition, do the opposite. Well, this is the absolute value of -8, which is still 8, which is why they match. So distance on a number line is the absolute value, and it doesn't matter which order you subtract them in. All right, so let's see if we can do this. We're going to write this first as a question using our absolute value. What is the distance between 0 and -8? So they're saying, what is the absolute value between 0 and -8? So again, if I start here to here, that's 8 spaces. But this is how it would look as a math problem. Okay, the distance between -6 and -10. So here's -6, here's -10. Math-wise, they're saying the absolute value of -6 minus -10, which we can see here is 4 spaces. Okay, let's try the next page. Oh, so formula for finding the distance between two numbers. So if we write it like this, right, absolute value, and I'm going to use some symbols here. So it's A minus B. A is your first number. B is your second number. But it has to be in the absolute value symbols. Okay. Use the distance formula to find each answer. Support your answer using a number line diagram. So they're just saying they want us to put it on a number line. So find the distance between -7 and -4. So absolute value, -7 minus -4. Well, I have to do this first. So negative 7 plus 4, well, negative 7 plus 4, to continue over here, I didn't leave enough space, sorry, is negative 3. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. If I look at a number line, right, I'm going to do negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Here's negative 4, here's negative 7. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces away. Okay? Find the change in temperature. So change in temperature is exactly like the distance on a number line, because temperature is basically just a vertical number line. So we're going to do absolute value. First number they give us is negative 18 minus the second number. Okay, well, this is a subtraction. So we're going to have negative 18 plus negative 15. Sorry about my writing here. Let me fix that. Sorry. Negative 15. Well, these are the same integers. Same integers means I have to add them together. So that's going to be absolute value of negative 33, which is 33. All right, I'm just going to kind of show, instead of showing all those jumps, all right, if I have 15 up here, and I have 0, and then I have negative 18. So if I'm going down my vertical number line, to get from here to here is 15 jumps, and then another 18 jumps. 15 jumps and 18 jumps is 33. Would your answer for part B be different if the temperature dropped from 15 to negative 18? Explain. So now they're saying, well, instead of saying if the temperature rises, what if it dropped? Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So would your answer be different? No, because it's the absolute value. So you would get the exact same answer. All right, we have one more. I want you guys to try this one on your own and then check back and see how we did. Actually, we're going to check that one in class tomorrow, so that'll be our warm-up. So again, absolute value, doesn't matter which order you subtract them in, and then you need to try number or letter D on your own. All right, any questions? As always, bring them to class and have a good night.